Did he make the catch?
He's got it!
He did!
You gotta be kidding me!
Diving for the pylon. What about it? Yeah, he's in.
Got it to Galloway. Touchdown, Seahawks.
We hear about Pro Bowl snubs every year. They're bound to happen with the amount of talent across all 32 teams. But what about the legends who dominated their competition without getting recognized once? Here are the top 10 greatest players who have never made a Pro Bowl.
They did, Mike. It was a line drive. 40-yarder. Reggie cuts it up the middle. Explodes. And Bush has the play. All the way. Reggie Bush. He's done it again. Touchdown.
Wow. All-purpose star Reggie Bush comes in at number 10. Drafted by New Orleans with a second overall pick in 2006, Bush immediately made a difference for the playoff-bound Saints. He caught 88 passes as a rookie, amassing more than 1,500 all-purpose yards and 9 touchdowns. The former Heisman winner had 4 seasons with at least 1,200 yards from scrimmage, and he's the only running back in NFL history with more than 10,000 all-purpose yards and 50 touchdowns to never make a Pro Bowl.
Play action by Grogan. He's going for Morgan. And Stanley Morgan takes it in.
On to Steve Grogan, who led the Patriots to an 11-3 season in 1976. He scored 30 total touchdowns that year, including 12 on the ground. That was a quarterback record for 35 seasons. Then, in 1979, he tied a league high with 28 passing touchdowns. He's one of just 3 players since the merger to lead the NFL in passing touchdowns and never make a Pro Bowl. Grogan played 16 seasons in New England and is just one of 11 quarterbacks with 35 or more rushing touchdowns.
FLACCO again protected well. To the end zone he goes, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Joe Flacco makes the list at number 8. Stuck in the middle of a phenomenal QB generation, Flacco never quite put up the gaudy numbers that you saw from Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, or Tom Brady. That's not to say he wasn't productive. Flacco tallied nearly 41,000 career passing yards and 224 touchdowns. Both are the most by any player to never make a Pro Bowl. His best season came in 2014 when he led the Ravens to the playoffs, throwing for almost 4,000 yards and 27 scores.
Back he goes. Here comes Fletcher. Ball knocked loose. Scramble for it. I think Denver might have it at the 25-yard line.
How about Simon Fletcher, who was an absolute force on the Broncos' defensive line for 11 seasons? Fletcher started 143 games, racking up 97.5 career sacks. He averaged 13 sacks per season from 1989 to 1993. Fletcher helped anchor 4 top 10 scoring defenses in Denver, and in 1992 he recorded 16 sacks, 4th most in the NFL. And that still wasn't good enough for a trip to the Pro Bowl.
Extra man on the blitz. Rodgers gets a hand to the face. The ball is out. The Arizona Cardinals win it.
From one defender to the next, as we see Carlos Dansby in at number 6. The 14-year pro started 193 games and had more career tackles than Brian Urlacher and Patrick Willis, yet still no Pro Bowl. He amassed 43 career sacks, 20 interceptions, 20 forced fumbles, and 6 touchdowns. Dansby's versatility was off the charts with Arizona in 2013, 122 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 19 passes defensed, 5 takeaways, and 2 touchdowns. He'll go down as an all-time underrated linebacker.
Brady's hit his last 7 passes. He's got 2nd and 13, and he's got an open Edelman. And look at Edelman break 2 tackles, and Edelman is home for the touchdown.
Yes, it's true, Julian Edelman has never been named to a Pro Bowl. Crazy to think about when you look back at his impact on NFL history. While Edelman has consistently come up clutch in the playoffs, voters were never swayed by his regular season numbers. The overall body of work is there. Through 11 seasons, Edelman's gained almost 10,000 all-purpose yards. You can look back at 2019 as arguably his strongest campaign, 100 catches, while he was targeted almost 100 more times than the next wideout on the team. He totaled 530 catches from 2013 to 2019, winning 3 Super Bowls along the way.
First down and 10. I'd say he likes to win. It's batted out and intercepted. Jim Jeffcoat will score.
Cowboys legend Jim Jeffcoat played 15 highly productive seasons in the NFL. He's the only player in NFL history with 100 or more career sacks to never make the Pro Bowl. In 1988, he tied a league high with 4 forced fumbles, but Jeffcoat's 1986 season may have been his best with 14 sacks. The problem for Dallas's defensive end was the elite talent in the NFC throughout the 80s and 90s. Jeffcoat could never beat out the likes of Reggie White, Richard Dent, or Chris Dolman on the Pro Bowl roster. Still, no denying the production from one of the most unheralded Cowboys of all time.
From the 26, Breeze pumping, taking a shot to the end zone, to Colston, got it, touchdown, New Orleans.
The top 3 players on our list are absolute mind-blowing Pro Bowl snubs, beginning with the Saints star Marcus Colston. He owns every major franchise receiving record, playing in one of the most prolific systems of all time. Colston had 1,000 receiving yards in 6 of his first 7 seasons. 2007 was Colston's best campaign, as he caught 98 balls for 1,202 yards and 11 scores. Colston was Drew Brees' most consistent target for the better part of a decade. He's one of just 2 players with at least 70 career touchdowns to never make the bowl.
Over 100 wins the award every year. They go to reverse to Galloway. His speed turns the corner, and Galloway still not done. Cutting back the other way, gets a block. Galloway's in open field. He's across the 40. One man has an angle on him. A blocker's in front. Joey Galloway inside the 20. A brilliant block. Flattens the man, and into the end zone is Joey Galloway.
Coming in at number 2 is the uber-athletic Joey Galloway, who played 16 NFL seasons with 5 different teams. Galloway has the most yards from scrimmage by any player to never make a Pro Bowl. His up-and-down career began in Seattle, where he hauled in 36 touchdowns from 1995 to 1998. Galloway then hit a dip in production playing with Dallas in the early 2000s, but he came roaring back with John Gruden's Bucs in 2005. At age 34, Galloway posted career highs in receptions and receiving yards while catching 10 touchdowns. He had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons from 2005 to 2007. Galloway scored 83 career touchdowns, the most by any player to never make a Pro Bowl.
Plunkett will go back to throw. Reggie Williams is blitzing off in the flat, intercepted. This may be a touchdown. Down to the 35. Kenny Riley will go all the way easily. Kenny Riley out in the left flat.
And the greatest player to never be named to a Pro Bowl is the one and only Ken Riley. The Bengals cornerback started 202 games in 15 seasons. His 65 career interceptions are tied for 5th all time. He's ahead of guys like Ed Reed, Ronnie Lott, and Deion Sanders in that category. Riley had at least 5 picks in 7 different seasons. The ball hawk saved his best for last, too. 18 interceptions in his final 3 campaigns. Riley was even named first-team All-Pro in 1983 with 8 picks. Yeah, you heard that right. He made All-Pro, but not the Pro Bowl. So the next time you think your favorite player was snubbed, don't forget about the great Ken Riley.